What's up, YouTube? I just want to get in here and, and say a couple of things. It's more about like people, cause like not everybody is like okay. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, so not everybody is like spiritually connected as a lot of people are, and that's fine. You don't have to be, but like okay, I've been watching this guy on TikTok. His name is Farod, Farod, and we share some of the same ideals. So I just want to come in here and bring it some light, I guess. As I draw my next tattoo idea. So like I've been thinking, and I remember I posted a video about blackwashing and whitewashing, and for characters, animated characters, real people, whatever. And that it really shouldn't matter too much because like even though like there's obviously different people in the world and whatnot, um to have such controversial topics going around in the world is not helpful to anybody, to say the least. Just like no, like we really just sit there and hold on to that one. Like nothing's ever gonna get better if people keep it like the way people act is a big is a big factor on how the way people act is a big factor on what consequences and whatnot happens to them. If everyone was just like to chill out and just calm down and care for each other like we're supposed to. If you're Christian, you read the Bible and whatnot. If you're not Christian, it applies to you as well. Um, like I've been doing this for a while. Even before I saw the TikTok video, I decided to make a video about it myself. As long as we as a species can continue this cycle of hatred and whatnot, nothing's ever gonna get any better. Because like, yes, sure, there's races in the world. Yes, sure, there's there's a whole slew of problems going on in the world that we ourselves, like ourselves as present day, probably won't be able to fix. But if we were to just take a step back from the internet, from social media, from all that, and really evaluate ourselves and fix the problems within us first, then maybe as a species or a race, we can all come together. Cause okay, so example, the BLM movement. Yeah, sure. It was. What's the word I'm trying to say? It was controversial to a lot of people. I'm not getting off topic, but I'm not drawing while I'm talking. So yeah, it was very controversial to a lot of people. The fact that it's just the way that they carried themselves was not it, and a lot of people like saw through that, and you get on to like the racism and whatnot, but like I think that most races as of present day aren't racist because like there's racist for the most part is something that was taught, that was passed down through generations, and it's hard to weed out a generational thing just with one generation. So yeah, um, there are some things in the world that should be changed, but that change is never going to come. The change will never come if everyone is sitting around, speculating or I I don't know. I'm going through a lot actually. So, uh, if you really think about it, the only way to fix the problems we have is through unity. And unity is not going to happen with the way the people empowered, with the way they act. And unity would never happen. Uh, not saying that it couldn't happen, not saying that they could fix themselves, but they won't fix themselves overnight. That's not possible. No one can do that. No one. No human said that. No human could achieve such intellect as to where they just like that just fix their problems. It's not gonna happen. Um, but the way I view a lot of topics is certain things like the LGBTQ community. Like, people are hating on them, and really, it's not your problem. Why do you have an opinion on that? In reality, what you should be doing is it's really just not is you shouldn't be caring about what they decide to do rather than them as a person. That probably made no sense. I'm trying to keep this under 20 minutes because I'm not editing this out. I may not. So yeah. So okay. Aside from the LGBT community, yeah, just as people in general, we shouldn't really. We shouldn't give way to the way certain generations decide to act. Because if we do that, then we're gonna end up being exactly the same as the previous generation, and that helps absolutely no one. No one, by any stretch of the imagination, that will help. And I realize I've drawn a little bigger than what I needed it to be, but it's fine. Because whenever I show this to my tattoo artist, it'll be alright. But nothing's ever gonna get any better unless we decide to fix it. And even though we decide to fix things, that doesn't mean it's gonna just be just fixed automatically. That's not how life works. That's not how nothing in this world of cruel and in this world of cruel and skepticism, torture, all that, the wars, all that, nothing's gonna change that. There's nothing we can do about that at the moment. It may take a couple of years, may take a decade, 5, a century, a millennia. Well, that's if we live that long as a race. If you're Christian, you know why. An extra millennia may not happen, but okay. As a whole, we shouldn't relive the past just to make the future better. What we should do is remove the past entirely. Because, yes, sure, some things in the past are key moments, that will help, mold the future. But Revolutionary War, we don't need that, to bring up old memories. Civil War, I'm glad that well, I'm not glad, but it was a key moment in history that was going to happen anyways. I believe that there's key moments in time that no matter, even if you knew prior, there's no way you it could have stopped it. Let's change topics. Let's get into like relationships or whatnot. Although you may not have been paying attention at the time of like a start of a relationship, or listening to someone confess to you, and you were going through like a lot at the time, and there's not much you could have done about that. Should you have paid attention? Yeah. But now that you're older, you're looking at the situation that you're in, and maybe that was a key moment, and now you're trying to reinvent yourself, fix your mistakes, but that's not going to happen. You're not going to fix your mistakes. Your mistakes they're in the past. There's nothing you can do about it. As Lion King once said, Hakuna Matata. You gotta put your past behind you. I know. I sound like I'm joking, but I'm being dead serious. Yeah. The things happen, and there's just nothing you could change at that time. But now that you're older and you rethink these things, it's like, well, I mean, the most you can do now is to look forward to the future. Don't make those same mistakes again. Yes, you can try to fix the situation that you're in currently, but what happened in the past is the past. Yeah, sure, like you may feel bad about the things that you did or didn't do, but there's always time to reinvent yourself. You don't ever hold yourself in that state of mind to where you can't evolve. And no, evolution as far as the monkeys to humans, that does not exist. But evolution as your intellectual being, your spirit, your soul, that stuff, yeah, no, that is very much so real. Because you could be a different person than you were last year, but that doesn't. You can be in a whole different mindset this year than you were last year, or even next year. You could be in a different mindset. And I've been talking for about 6 minutes and haven't touched a page, but once you get on a topic that you really decide to think about, and I know this YouTube video won't reach a lot of people. I really wish it would, but I honestly doubt that it would. But what do I know? I'm just a little local artist, just trying to spread positivity, I guess. And then we get into actions. All actions have consequences. Or so at least that's what you're taught. All actions have consequences. In most cases, it's true. Like, let's bring in the justice system. You decide to do something, you got caught. After you got caught, what happened? More than likely, you went and served your time and whatnot, but the justice system is so conscripted as to where after you serve your time or while you're serve your time, the people outside of prison, they forget about you. Your family, your loved ones, the people who put you in there, they don't care nothing about your personal health. They don't care nothing about that. And then that ties into just life in general. No one aside from your immediate family, no one really cares about no one in the world, and it shouldn't be. It really should not be that way. That's not how the world was intended to work. If everyone just like, if everyone were to come together. Everyone, like not just U.S. You got like every single humanity in general. If they were to all come together, we could possibly, it's a very slim chance, we could possibly like not reverse, but like for the most part stop most, if not all, of the problems that we have ourselves put into this world. Like for me, example, there was a few things in my past that I wish I didn't do, or things that I could have done. People I should have paid attention to more. But at the time those things happened, it was more of the fact that it was like mentally I couldn't. There's just nothing I could do about that, and well, the most you could do, after something like that would happen, you just sit back and think, and then you get stuck in your thoughts, and your thoughts turn to either anger, depression, any of that, and then look at you now, you're a victim. But who in this world isn't a victim? Everyone in this world is a victim of something, even though if that person like did something horrible, something had to happen somewhere along the line for that person to end up deciding to do that thing. There's a lot of in this video, and if you can count the that'd be crazy. Here's another. My point is, I don't know. It's just certain things you would like to revisit, but it's not gonna happen. So just try to be a better person. Like the hobo on the side of the street. Give him $5. It doesn't matter what he's going to go and do with that $5. Give him $5, and it'll probably make you feel better. Or if you don't give him the money, like go buy them food or something. Like people you see every day, co-workers, family, and all that. There's no point in holding ill will towards them or holding a grudge or anything like that. Just let it go. Let it go and continue on with your life as is. And you'll see either how much harder or how much easier your life will become depending on your actions. Even though your actions that you decide to take now may not affect the world in the biggest way possible, as you would imagine, what you do, it's gonna touch somebody somewhere. Somebody's gonna hear it. Somebody's gonna see it. You may not know. Doing good things is fine. That's cool and all, but like doing good things out of ill will or out of being a victim. How is that helping the world? And it might sound odd that this random art YouTuber decides to talk about world problems and relations and stuff like that, but I just been thinking, and there's no point in continuing to play the victim role, because the more you do that, the more you think you can get away with stuff, which is why people go out and they kill, they steal, and they do all these egregious things, and then want to play the role of the victim, or even if they don't play the role of the victim, they own up to it, and they get penalized. Scenario. So you're talking with someone, right? No, you're not talking to someone. Someone's talking to you, you're in a crowded environment, not really paying much attention, and like you end up hurting that person. You don't know how it happened. You don't know why it happened. You wanna know why you don't know why it happened? You yourself weren't paying any attention. And then you go on a couple years later, just living your life, and then that person comes back in life. Don't know why, don't know when. They just end up popping back up. And as you're sitting there, just fiddling around with whatever you're doing, you decide, hey, maybe I can like bring this back around. Like show that I am a better person than the person you met in the beginning. But it's gonna take a while to. It, it's gonna take a while to bring that person to light about your change and whatnot. If everyone treats everyone like a loved one or something like that, um, you know, then the world will become a better place. It may not happen. It won't happen immediately. Most likely not in the next 100 years or so. It will never happen. But as long as we get the change started, then yeah, I feel like it's a good possibility that that the world might end up changing for the better. That is. Um, so yeah, I think that's about it. I'm trying to start by posting like every Wednesday or something, at least. I'm not editing this video, so the fish tank sound, you're gonna hear it. I can't do nothing about that. But anyways, here's the tattoo idea. I'm probably gonna go and add more detail to it later, but like for the most part, this is it. So it's gonna be like 3 sevens, probably all equal, like the same type of 7. I decided to do different 7s to see if I like it or not. It's gonna be kind of like the French 7s, like those. These kind of 7s. You can't see that. There you go. But yeah, like that's the inspiration behind this tattoo idea I had, and I like katanas. So I just change out the little dash for the 7 part, and yeah, I think that's about it. So I'm gonna do my little signature, put the date on there, and I'll see you guys next video.